Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing an update for kind of like my palette rotation, pan that palette, 2 months, one palette sort of thing that I'm doing. I mentioned in my 2017 Use It Up intro that I was going to be kind of selecting a palette, using it for a certain amount of time, and then updating you. And I said that I might do like a 2 weeks, one palette sort of thing, but update you every month. But it's now been 2 months. It is currently March 4th, and I wanted to update you. So for the past 2 months, I have been using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And I'm going to tell you about what I've been using, show you progress on things, tell you what I've thought. So yeah, I started using this palette in January and used it January and February and now a few days into March. And I chose this palette because it was one that I knew was getting neglected. I definitely lean towards and gravitate towards my Lorac Pro palettes, the 1 and 2, or first and second, and I knew that this was getting neglected. However, every winter I go back to this because I absolutely love pinky shades in the winter. Clothing wise, I wear a lot of like blush tones and burgundies, so rosy, like pink eyeshadow looks very good with that, and I feel like it looks a lot better when I'm really pale. Something about like me being a little bit more tan, because you guys know that I get super tan, but when I get a little bit more tan, I just feel like it's, I don't know, it just looks different. But so I started using this palette and really loved it. I created some looks that were just really simple and easy, and I really enjoyed that. And overall, I felt like it was a great palette. There are some things that I wish it had or maybe didn't have. There are colors that I never used, and then colors that have a lot of progress. So I think I mentioned in some video, maybe my last Get Ready With Me, that I've basically been doing my makeup about 2 or 3 times a week. So it's not like I've been using this palette every single weekday for 2 months. So you're not going to see like crazy progress, but I definitely see more progress in this than other palettes, like let's say like my Naked palette. So I'll go ahead and show you. The first thing you're going to notice is that Nooner is not there. It basically, I think, once again, I've talked about the packaging and how I hate it because it's cracked shadows several times, but this shadow cracked, and I kind of pushed it back in there because it had cracked like in half, but it also started to like come out, and I tried to push it back in there, and then it just was cracking more and getting everywhere, so I just dumped it, which is very unfortunate because it was one of 3 matte shades and is kind of the like crease shade that I would have used, so that's really unfortunate. This shade Dust over here also has a tendency to completely like come out of the palette, which is frustrating. The glue is messed up. It also has a dent in it where I think it's gotten cracked as well. But yeah, I'll just kind of show you the shades that I have more progress on. The ones that I've used most are Strange and Limit by far. Limit is, where is it? It's right here. Hope you can see that there is progress. You can see kind of little brush marks. It's going to be hard to tell because you're not going to be able to really see like the depth, but I've been using this shadow every single time I do my makeup as a transition. This shade Strange I use as an inner corner and brow highlight, and I think you can see, you know, it's got some like brush texture. This shade, oh gosh, I don't even know what this is called. Dust. Okay, that makes sense because this shadow has so much fallout. It's crazy glittery, but I think you can tell that there's like a little bit of a dip in there. I can feel that it's gotten use. This color, oh my gosh, I know none of these shade names. Burnout, Okay. Burnout I haven't used as much. If I used it, that would be a lid color. Then there's Buzz and Trick. Again, these are lid shades. Trick is nice because it is more of a gold type shade. I wouldn't say that it is a full gold. It's kind of a copper. This is a really bad swatch. It's kind of a copper, but it I don't know, it still goes with that pinkiness. You know, the pink tones really well. But like, say in comparison to Buzz. Now I'm like, which one is even right? Buzz is on top, and that still has a copper tint to it, but it's definitely more pink. So these all do pull very pinky. The shades on the end, Liar, Factory, Bugshot, Dark Side, and Blackheart, I hardly used. I have a little bit of Liar in the outer corner. That's what I used like on my lower lash line, or to deepen up the outer corner now that I don't have Nooner. But as for these three right here, I don't ever use those. I will say Blackheart is really nice to do an eyeliner, an eyeshadow liner. It works really well and it just is great. I will say some kind of criticism of this palette. It gets my gosh, I am like, my words are not coming out right. It gets very muddy. If you were to use maybe, more than 3 shades, sometimes even 2, depending on which ones you use. Like if you used maybe like Buzz and Factory, you're not really going to see that much of a difference. So, I don't know. It's not the best for that, but even when you look at the shades, it's like, how much variation are you going to get when like all of these shades are like a mid, like a kind of in between a mid and a dark brown with a pink undertone, you know? So they're nice, but not my favorite, I would say. I do like them for the looks that I've been able to create. Today I am wearing Limit in the crease, and then I have been using these 2 NYX Jumbo Eye Pencils. The one I'm using today is Milk, which is a white, and I use this under Limit. Like I said, Limit is very crumbly, has a lot of fallout, so I like to use a base under it. But it's what I'm wearing today. It does end up looking very bright and nice. I really like it. Then, I think as you saw in my maybe Get Ready With Me and in my reverse makeup challenge, I did this look, but in the opposite order, obviously. I used the Yogurt pencil, which is like a rosy. Wow, that just scared the heck out of me. The lid just like flew off. But this is like a rose gold, like rosy shade, so I like to use it under really any of the shades. Trick and Buzz are kind of like the nice lid colors. For the most part, I stick with this half of the palette, which again is sad because that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. But yeah, I've liked the looks, and somehow I haven't gotten that tired of it. I think I am ready to move on to another palette though. I'm not sure which one it's gonna be. I'm thinking the Lorac Pro 2. Because I know in the summer I'm going to use the Lorac Unzipped Gold. I also have the regular Unzipped, but that's very similar to this. And the Lorac Pro, I don't know. I think if I go with the Lorac Pro 2, it is going to be completely different from this. Like, there are not going to be any overlap colors, because the Pro 1 has that mauve shade, which is going to go pinky. I think it has like champagne. So I want to like stay away from the pinks to give myself a little bit of a variation. So yeah, let me know if you have been using up any shadows lately or trying to focus on using up things. Obviously, I didn't hit pan on any of these eyeshadows, but I'm really proud of the progress. I think even from here, you can see that there are dips in some shadows, you know, places where, like in there and maybe in here, where it looks like they've been used more, and that's the main idea. I'm not trying to use up really anything. If I do, that's great, but I just want to rotate through my palette so that they all get used and nothing gets neglected. So I will do another update. I don't exactly know when, maybe at the end of March, because I'm going to be going to my school a lot in March and like going to work. So I'm going to be wearing my makeup a lot, but I don't know. It basically is just whenever I get tired of it, I'll do an update. So that could be at the end of April. Who knows? But yeah, this has been long enough. I hope you all enjoyed seeing my thoughts on the Naked 3. I'm sure I'll cycle back around to it at some point, probably towards the end of the year. So yeah, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone.